In today's video, I'm going to be looking at ticker symbol UNH, also known as United Health, and asking the question, when will it hit $400? It has been recently on a tremendous surge. And for MMTLP, we're going to be sharing an important update from Next Bridge Hydrocarbons themselves, and also looking at the S questions around the S1. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, from Bloomberg, we can see oil is fluctuating as the focus is switching from Zelensky. I think there is talk about potentially a 35% chance of a peace deal with Russia. So let's see how that progresses over the next few weeks. And in other market news, we can see here Europe closed mostly lower with the Ukraine talks in the limelight, and the UK 30-year gilt yield has hit its highest level since 1988. So US opened fairly flat, and the stocks were not moving much. I think they are looking to see what happens next. So from Fox Business, we can see Buffett has sparked the United Health's biggest weekly stock surge in 16 years. So we are going to dig into this a little bit more and see what the outlook in the future is for United Health and reasons why Buffett may have invested in this stock. In terms of this week and earnings, there is going to be a number of important stocks we are watching right now. We've just had earnings for Palo Alto, PANW. It's a good beat there, and then we're also looking forward to the Home Depot. We're going to also be looking forward to Target, Zoom, Walmart, and Ross. So finally, let's share some stock news also with regard to the PANW earnings shared live in the Discord. Sales was 2.54 billion versus estimated 2.5 billion. Earnings per share 95 cents versus 89 cents. So a good strong beat there. And the next generation security ARR was also up 32% year on year. So the stock doing very well right now. Before we get started, I'd like to take 1 minute of your time to share details of the Trading Secrets Discord. This includes daily stock alerts shared in the pre-market, the weekly watches shared prior to trading on the Monday, the $1 Million Challenge, and much more. So we also have had some tremendous calls in the weekly watch list, as well as the daily stock alerts, and these include LEAS up over 152% on the week, DOMH up over 210% on the week, IGTI up over 77% on the week, and many more. We have a new channel called Top Ranked Stocks DD, and this includes PDF reports which you can download and use for research and due diligence. Obviously, you can join us in live trading chat as well. We've just had a $2,000 Discord update, which includes breaking news for stocks, including bio stocks, earnings, analyst ratings, Reddit news, why the stock is moving, and much more. And as well as that, you can join us in the famous $1 Million Challenge, where we look at compound return investing and 201 trades. And just a reminder of the power of compounding. If you have 1 cent, you double that for 30 days, you would have over $5 million, but we are using a strategy of just a 3.5% return. Let's start by having a look at ticker symbol UNH, also known as United Health. It's a stock that has been featured a number of occasions on the channel recently, and we've also been watching this in our Discord, and also called 2 weeks ago in our weekly watch list as a stock with solid financials, and we also shared a price to potentially buy in. It's also a stock that I've also personally invested, and if you have a look at here, the 3 months chart for my personal investment, I caught this just at the right point in terms of the dip below the $239 mark, currently trading at time of editing just above the $312 mark, and I'm currently up over 28%. So congratulations to everybody got into United Health. Today I also shared a limit buy order for 9 shares of a stock which had not yet been triggered for $348. So go ahead and join us in the Discord if you'd like to get all my buy and sell alerts. So let's have a look at the recent news for United Health from investing.com. We can see the key reason why the stock went up was because of Buffett, Berkshire's lead investment, and the influx of everybody else into that. So remember, I did actually add into this before Warren Buffett, but let's have a look at Warren Buffett's investment. He's invested in UNH in excess of 5 million shares, and that's made a change to his portfolio of 0.61%. So obviously Warren Buffett does see some value in United Health, and one thing about Warren Buffett, he's not probably going to use this as a swing trade, so he's expecting good long-term growth and value in United Health. and I also personally will be holding this to above the $400 mark. We're going to have a look at the chart shortly, but there was also an additional significant investment from Michael Burry of Skion Asset Management, who also acquired 20,000 shares of UNH and a number of other institutionals, including Lone Pine Capital and also Yakman Asset Management. So a lot of bullish activity on UNH. And news I shared in the previous video and also in the Discord was with regard to 26% increase in ACA rates for next year called by United Health, and this was covered by an article in Barclays. And if we compare that with Oscar, they have filed for a 21% increase. So I did expect a good V signal upside in some of these health stocks, and I also believe Oscar is doing very, very well right now. So let's have a look at the long-term chart for United Health. So if we have a look at it right now, we know at one point it was trading well above the $620 mark, and it came as low as $240, close to $240, and just below when we also called it in the Discord. And right now I do expect a recovery above the $400 mark based on this long-term chart, and I expect this to happen probably within the next 10 months. Let's start by having a look at the latest updates for MMTLP. I'm going to start by having a look at a post that I shared earlier with regard to Next Bridge Hydrocarbons, and I stated here the company have submitted a Form 12B25 to confirm they have not yet filed its Form 10K for the fiscal year ended December the 31st, 2024, and a Form 10Q for the fiscal quarter ended March 31st, 2025. So let's have a look at the filing, and we can see here the Form 12B25 has been submitted to the SEC, and we can see here the company have stated they are continuing with the related audit procedures at the time of this filing. So it looks like they are obviously trying their best, working behind the scenes, but obviously the Form 10K has not yet been completed, and as the reason they have stated for this, they have not had sufficient time to complete the Form 10Q for the quarter ended June the 30th, 2025, and are also unable to file the Form 10Q without unreasonable effort and expense. So I hope that can happen as quick as possible. As far as Michael is concerned, he's responded, and his focus is primarily the S1, as is with every other investor, which is probably one of the longest S1s on record in US financial markets. He states here when the company gets the S1 approved, MMTLP can be resolved and he can start moving on with his life. So obviously we are still waiting, and hopefully that will give the company and Greg McCabe more options for any potential resolvement in the matter. So following on from the previous post from George Palikaris in the earlier video, John Berder has responded, and he states he's just seen the post from Elf Carbon with regard to the SEC and the data in terms of cancellations, especially with regarding to MMAT. And he states here, as you know, we are going to be issuing subpoenas to these agencies to find out who truly listed the options. That's extremely interesting. They know and choose not to divulge in this instance. So this is a positive statement from John, because we do need to know who listed, and officially we have not yet been told. And he also states here he's been told many times by experts that it's a common practice by shorters to marry puts and calls and then immediately cancel to give the appearance of synthetic locate to short against it, and he's not sure exactly how it works, but what he has been told. Volume picked up dramatically when options started trading in TRCH in June of 2021. So a very interesting post there. And I think another interesting post I'd like to share with you with an update is from Daniel Spears, who stated here, it's there in black and white that DTCC are admitting that they blocked all MMTLP trades at the direction of FINRA in rollover versus SEC. So this is a huge statement, but what I can state is that Danielle has not provided any screenshots or evidence of this, but I don't have any reasons to doubt her, because obviously she is a shareholder, and she states that this is something that has been uncovered, and she's looking at the case of rollover versus the SEC, and she states here FINRA does not have delegated authority of the DTCC, so that is potentially checkmate for FINRA, and obviously there's a potential implication here of collusion, which I do agree with. And she states here, remember Robert Colby saying no to let MMTLP trade for 2 days. He's on the board of directors at the DTCC, so it looks like things are certainly adding up now. I'm having a great day. This is great news for the MMTLP community, and I certainly agree there. So positive message there for Danielle. And finally, I'd like to finish off by giving a shout out to our Discord and the previous week's weekly watch list, where we had some tremendous calls, including OUST up nearly 30% on the week, BTAI up over 26.5% on the week, TEM, another great call, was up over 22.3%, has been featured a number of occasions on the channel as well. LMND, great week for them, up over 17.7%, VVPR up over 14%, and many more. So if you would like to get a current weekly watch list as well as our daily stock alerts, join us in the Discord. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.